Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who picked Gleison Tebow to defeat Nick Diaz. And I'm here to talk about Felipe dos Santos making his debut against Manel Kape. Manel Kape is 29 years old, 18-6 as a pro, and he's given up 2 inches of height, and I don't know the reach, to Felipe dos Santos, who is 22 years old and has a record of 7-0. Dos Santos, he's stepping up on short notice, replacing Kape France. That's why this fight is booked, because obviously it shouldn't have been, and that's why this fight is on the main card, which, I don't know. With this card, maybe it should be the fucking co-main event. But still, Dos Santos has a big opportunity here. He was supposed to fight on the Contender Series last month, and he made weight. His opponent did not, and now here he is. They gave him this opportunity to step in. He is going to have to make weight again, but he's a 22-year-old kid. I think he'll be fine. He's 7-0 as a pro. He's got 5 finishes, 2 via TKO, 3 via submission. 2 TKOs are in round 1, and the 3 submissions come in rounds 1, 2, and 3. And he's also got 2 decisions, which it's good to see. He's able to fight hard for 15 minutes and a winning effort, as he's fought some better competition. But he hasn't fought anybody like Manel Kape. This is a significant step up in competition. I mean, I'd be saying that exact same shit for anybody in the UFC. Anybody who's already a UFC fighter, I'd be saying that about. But Manel Kape is near the top of the division. I don't know what his ranking is, but I know it's probably less than 5. Like, this guy is at or near the top of the division. It's just an incredible opportunity for Felipe dos Santos. And it'd be cool to see him make the most of it and, either figure Kape out or go right through him. That would be awesome. But either way, it's a tall order, because Manel Kape, he's lost before, but only generally to really good fighters, aside from this one French journeyman guy who got him out of there with a sub earlier in his career. But he's a very tough nut to crack, never been knocked out himself, and he is the most dangerous guy in his weight class. There's probably some people who come close, but I have it in my head, Manel Kape's the most dangerous. He is incredibly athletic, an incredible striker, more powerful than anybody, and deceptively good on the ground, which I say every single time I talk about him. He's deceptively good on the ground. He's got 5 submissions, the best of which comes over Daniel Barras, who is now in the UFC, but everybody he's submitted, and even Daniel Barras, are more susceptible to getting submitted than most. So there is that. But I do think Manel Kape could take this fight to the ground, and if not find success there, at the very least, he'll take Felipe dos Santos out of his element. Because Felipe dos Santos, when he's in his element, he is dangerous, just because he fights like a 22-year-old. He's a careless striker. Careless. He doesn't give a fuck. He throws spinning shit, you name it, he'll spin with it. Wild kicks. I don't know if he's some capoeira guy or whatever, but he's definitely wild shit. He doesn't fight like Michel Pereira, but he's definitely a wild guy. And I think that could be good. That could be good because it increases his chances of getting the surprise on Manel Kape. Because I think to beat him, he's going to need to either really catch him by surprise, or no, that's it. He's got to catch him by surprise, pretty much. I mean, there's a chance he outpoints him somehow if he's really good at smothering Kape, taking him down or whatever, but I don't see any of that being realistic. I think Manel Kape's going to be better everywhere, more dangerous everywhere, and too tough for Felipe dos Santos to make anything happen on the feet. Felipe dos Santos, as far as his vulnerability, he's never been defeated. There's nothing really to look to. But in some of his decision fights, he's shown... I watched this fight with Hugo Paiva, and I said, yeah, if that's Manel Kape before round 1 was even over, which I actually only saw round 1 because the video cut out or whatever the fuck. But I think Manel Kape would chew this guy up. At the very least, beat the fight out of him if he doesn't get the finish, take some of that exuberance out of his striking. And at the very most, he just cracks him and knocks him dead. And he could also hit him to the body, which is where Hugo Paiva was landing some nice shots in that round, forcing him to hit takedowns. And by the way, desperation takedowns are not going to work on Manel Kape. If you want to take that guy down, you got to strike your way into a well-timed takedown. And even once you're on top of him, as he proved with David Dvorak in his last fight, you're not safe. He took a Kimura from David Dvorak, almost ripped his arm off, but hit a beautiful sweep and took over that round. And David Dvorak, I think he's a little underrated himself now, certainly, but he's a very good fighter and a much more trustworthy fighter than a 7-0, 22-year-old. May as well be a 7-year-old. But yeah, I'm going with Manel Kape. I'm going with Manel Kape. I'm going with him to get a finish. I think if things are going his way, generally he gets a finish. And on a newcomer, 22-year-old kid that doesn't know what defeat tastes like yet, I think Manel Kape's going to tame him and finish him, put him away. So Manel Kape by TKO, late round 1 is the pick. The only bet I have is the under at minus 165 for 2.5 rounds. That's really a pick on Kape. And waiting for the props. And if submission for Manel Kape is juicy, then I'm just the type of degenerate to throw a sprinkle on that. But no, I'm taking him by knockout. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.